Hello there. This is probably the first video I've ever posted to YouTube. There are a lot of crazy things I'm getting ready to talk about. So, anyone who knows me knows that I'm really into science, and there is no doubt in my mind that we have technology that isn't exposed to the public, and there's several different reasons for that. Um, Imagine that if it was exposed to the public, the backyard hobbyist would be building a spaceship, uh, and the government can't have that. We can't have that. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to the general public to disclose certain information or technology that, in the long term, or even in the short term, could be harmful to the general public. So when I was 13, I had a sighting, a UFO sighting, and it changed my outlook on the world. Because up till then, I'd heard of UFOs. I dismissed it. I didn't believe. I thought it was for kooks. I was more into ghost, which is something that really, I guess, I've left behind. But I saw a disc in the air, lit up like the moon, same color. It flew through a cloud. I expected to see it coming out of the other side. It seemed kind of low, and as it come through the cloud, it disappeared. It just vanished, and you could see the cloud just poof around it. Like a bunch of vapor, just and it just swirled. Uh, so since then, I've searched for answers on what I saw, and it's very hard to tell people, "Hey, I saw a UFO." People just, you know, dismiss you like, you know, you dismiss uh, things that you hear that you think are just, whack, and so let me just say that in the UFO community, there are tons of misleading articles, tons of um, things that are out there that really don't pertain to the truth of the technology. Not, I'm not claiming that I know any truth about the technology. But for example, um, you hear a lot of engineers say perpetual motion machines are impossible. Well, look at Leonardo da Vinci's overbalanced will. Okay, look at the flask that was invented in the 1800s. That's a flask basically with a tube that comes out the bottom and it flows right back into itself. It's actually because the pressure in the flask pushes the liquid all the way to the top, and then it flows back into the flask, and it's essentially a fluid perpetual motion machine. So free energy exists, but that's not being taken advantage of in our society, and I believe that's for monetary purposes. Um, so it's hard to say if this technology that I witnessed was extraterrestrial or domestic or homegrown, so to speak. Uh, I say that because anyone who sees a flying saucer just automatically assumes that, hey, they came from another planet. We don't have any technology like that. But that's not necessarily true. If you look at our stealth aircraft that are disclosed to the public now, there was a point in time where even that technology was behind the curtain. And if you research the number of folks who are whistleblowers or who had some sort of inside lead, you'll find that a number of these people have been assassinated or discredited. Also, when you meet ex-military people, they always seem crazy. They seem like wackos, and you have to wonder, did they see something or have some sort of knowledge that the government didn't want to be leaked? And did they feed them a pill, so to speak, to maybe fry their egg a little bit, and so they seem crazy for the rest of their life, so nothing they say anybody gives any credit, or my personal belief is that the government has certain technology, and rather that comes from extraterrestrials, or if that comes from homegrown technology that's just kept under wraps very well. It's really anyone's guess. I mean, but I think it's far more likely that we have things that the public doesn't know about, that are made here in the United States, or in Canada. If you look at Lockheed, or most of the big corporations that make our weapons technology and aerospace technology, a lot of them are based in Canada and the United States, and also our policies, things that we don't want disclosed, are covered not only under the jurisdiction of the United States, but Canada. So if you read them without clearance, you're committing espionage in both countries. So, all this being said, the government has their hand in it, whether it comes from outer space or is grown here at home. And they do intentionally plant people in the UFO community to misguide people from the truth. And if you've never read The Philadelphia Experiment, read it. You hear a lot about it on TV. You hear, about it when you're in the UFO community, and you can be misled. So it's best that you read that book and that you try to understand the concepts of disclosure and secrecy for yourself. And also, it has an inside lead on that technology being from our government. And personally, I have to say that while we go from country to country seeking out weapons of mass destruction and policing the world, we have the the most powerful weapons of mass destruction. We have the technology to ruin the world, and there's no doubt about that in my mind. And my only hope is that one day, whether it be while I'm alive, although I don't foresee that in my future, or when I'm gone, I want us to start as a society to take advantage of the free energy technology we have, such as perpetual motion machines, to have disclosure on what we're seeing in the skies, even though, obviously you can't tell everybody everything. Um, but the biggest thing is, don't believe everything you hear, and the truth appears to you and your heart as it is, um, and seek that truth, and seek it out and find it for yourself, and um, find closure on UFOs and what's happening in our world. I mean, think of the things that are out there that that are out there that, as a society, we discard. Electric cars, you know, solar energy, wind energy, more hydroelectric energy. I mean, yes, these things take money to build, but we're spending millions and millions, if not trillions of dollars, honestly, on fossil fuels and technology that ultimately is going to destroy our planet. When we talk about terraforming Mars and, creating new worlds on comets and living in space and all these things, mainly because we know we're destroying the Earth. But how can you transform Mars, and you can't even maintain the planet that so perfectly suits you? Um, so that's really all I have to say, and I hope that this video finds you well, and I hope that things in your life are going well, and I wish well on you, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed my video.